Aloha baseball fans, you are looking live at Eddie Hamada Field, the baseball Eddie Hamada Field here on the campus of Iolani School. And we are getting set for the opening game of the ILH double-elimination tournament. The Iolani Raiders hosting the Maryknoll Spartans. I'm John Tamanaha, along with Prep Sports Guru Wes Nakama. We will be joined later by Kevin Wada. And all three of us were here last weekend, Wes, as we look out onto the field. And you're looking at the field, and if you didn't know, you might be thinking, hey, what happened to Eddie Hamada baseball field? The Iolani Fair was here last weekend, and the field's been in preparation and in use and in recovery for the last 3 weeks, we can say now. You were here, Wes?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised it's in as good a shape as it's in, considering, we had some rain, booths and huge, gigantic rides set up, and not to mention thousands of people with foot traffic. It's actually not in bad shape. I know they cover up the pitcher's mound and block that area off, but every other area is the dirt infield was tarped, of course, but yeah, I mean,
the color might not look good as you're looking at it, but if you weren't here, I mean, wow.
Yeah,
when the Iolani Fair is here versus a baseball game, it's a big difference.
What a transformation in just 6 days. Kudos to, as always, the grounds crew here, the maintenance staff. They always do a fabulous job.
Kevin Lopes, Kale Burgo, working hard to get this thing squared away. Just about a half an hour ago, Kevin Lopes was rolling the field with a big roller, getting it ready. It's not perfect out there, but again, I can't say it enough. If you were here a few days ago with Ike Fernandez rides, and as you see the Iolani baseball team running here along the left field line and coming to their dugout, they just ran through what it was all the food boots where you were working hard, Wes.
Yeah, well, they were coming down from the kiddie games through the Malasadas Gourmet. I think they had they smoothed things around this year. It used to be smoothies on this side, but it was something else, waffle dogs. So they came down that line.
Very popular gumbo and turkey leg.
Yeah, the main food line was along the first base line where you have the huli beef, which is your booth. Your class's booth.
It was, yeah, it was. Historically, yes.
Yeah.
All right, now it's baseball. Starting on the mound for the Raiders, Ibarra, Kaysen Ibarra, right-hander. First pitch is knocked down to third base where Maryknoll Kong is stationed. Throws across the diamond to Oni Dawson. One pitch, one out.
And, as usual, Maryknoll Kong makes it look a lot easier than it actually was. I mean, he kind of just glided to his left, casually scooped it up, flipped it over to first. But that was a much tougher play than he made it seem.
That was Fujino, the Maryknoll shortstop, who is retired. 5-3. And now at bat, following that one off, is Alika Balberdi, the third baseman, batting from the left side.
But you could see just a few pitches into this game, Maryknoll's approach. They're going to be aggressive. I mean, Fujino's leadoff hitter and swung at the first pitch. Got a decent bat on it. And here, Balberdi, same thing. First pitch down the middle, he took a nice cut at it. So they're out here to swing the bat and make something happen.
3-1 pitch. That one knocked down to short. Makana Oniate has it at the bag. And throws out Balberdi. 2 away. And this is Alan Yap, the starting pitcher for the Spartans today, batting third. He is a commit to the University of Hawaii at Manoa. Looked at a strike. Now the 0-1. Oh, nice firm pitch. You hear that snap in the glove there. But it misses away. Ibarra went off speed there.
Talk about Maryknoll's approach. They're aggressive, but same thing with Ibarra. He's throwing strikes right off the bat, which is a good sign for Iolani.
That last high strike makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. 1, 2, 3. Down go the Spartans in the top of the first. Ibarra capping it off with a strikeout of his opposite number, Alan Yap. Good way to start for Coach Kurt Miyahira and his Raiders, who will now come to bat. A little bit of a lineup change, Wes. You've been to a lot of the recent games, or any games this season, and the Raiders kind of went with a kind of a standard lineup, some deviations along the way. But a change at the top. Leading things off will be the senior catcher, Cole Yonamine, followed by Manalau Kong. He's been in that number 2 hole for most of the season. And then the previous leadoff hitter, Judah Ota, the sophomore center fielder, will bat third. If anybody gets on, Cole Ide, cleanup hitter, will come to the plate. Cole Yonamine, this might be part of the rationale. He leads the Raider team in batting average, hitting .462. On base percentage, .556. Leads the team in hits. That Yonamine name synonymous with Iolani baseball.
For sure. On the coaching staff, Dean Yonamine, who's 6th grade teacher.
Yeah.
Long-time 6th grade teacher, but
also
ILH,
a catcher.
Yeah, ILH first team, ILH catcher. And, you know, as a credit to that honor, he shared it. They picked 2 catchers that year. It was him and Kalani Perry of Kamehameha, who was a 3-time ILH first-time All-Star. But the coaches and writers felt both were equally deserving, and then Dean got a spot on there despite having a 3-year All-Star playing the same position in Kamehameha.
Dean went on to the University of Hawaii up the street. Kalani Perry went to the University of Southern California. Here is Cole Yonamine. Looks at that first pitch from the left-hander Yap. Called strike. Alan Yap set. That one's grounded to third. Up with it and across the diamond is Balberti to Swartman. The both teams start off with a 5-3.
Almost identical.
Yeah.
Almost identical ground balls to third, and nice job fielding by both third basemen.
Speaking of the University of Hawaii, this is Manalau Kong. He is headed up the road. Just a junior, though. Looked at that pitch in the dirt. Mana comes in hitting .379. Leads the team in slugging at .655. Rockets that one right up the middle, over the bag, second base. Into Lowe, the center fielder. Mana just has been making good contact at bat after at bat, particularly here in the down the stretch.
Yeah, that's as good as it gets, hitting the ball square, right back up the middle. And like you said, he's been making great contact, hitting solid ground balls and line drives like that all season long.
Judah Ota, sophomore center fielder, follows the first pitch to him off behind. Courtesy throw over. Send Lau Kong back.
And we talked about how Maryknoll looked like they were having an aggressive approach offensively. Same thing here with Iolani. They're taking their cuts early on.
Throw over again by Yap. Lau Kong with 1 stolen base this year. Has good speed. 0-1 comes to the plate. Just misses.
Well, when you look at Lau Kong taking that lead, you're thinking, man, that's a huge lead. But you got to remember, the guy's 6'6".
Yeah.
So he's got a long reach getting back to that bag.
Allen steps off the rubber and throws over. Have you gotten used to the rules in major leagues about throwing over yet, Wes?
No.
Yeah, it's going to take a while. 1-1 pitch in there.
I'm such an old school purist. I'm still getting used to interleague.
Yes.
Which started
you're
like
catching
20,
up.
25 years ago, 26 years ago. Yeah, that still makes me uncomfortable.
It's one of those things where we're both alums of the school and of the same vintage. So I know how old you are. You're 56, I think. I'm 55.
I'm 55 for another 7 days,
Okay.
8 days. So,
All right.
yeah.
Swing and a miss. Foul tipped into the glove of Kekaoha. Yap records the strikeout of Ota. So now with 2 down, it'll be the senior right fielder, Cole Ide. Left-hand hitter. Lefty-lefty matchup here.
And we talked about Lau Kong hitting the ball square. Ide in his last game on Tuesday
Oh my.
had a monster game. 3 doubles, all to the same. Well, 1 down the left field line, 2 of them in the right center gap.
Swing and a miss.
But that's as good a day as you're going to see. 3 for 3 with 3 doubles.
Marley Chun, the Mid-Pacific manager, he coined a neat phrase there. He had a triple-double.
Yeah.
I gotta give credit to Marley.
Yeah. Looks like Ide might have fouled that off his foot
Yeah.
there. He was wincing as he stepped away from the plate. Not wearing that protector on his shoe either, so he took it square.
Digs back in. The 1-2 pitch. Lau Kong at first. Another one fouled back toward the Sullivan Center. Remley Lowe and Kahalahoe in the outfield for the Spartans. Playing deep, particularly in right. And that one is hit to right and deep toward the scoreboard. And we were screened from that.
Yeah, you know, I
foul
think the
ball.
wind is blowing out because it looked like a short pop fly off the bat, but kept carrying and carrying. The wind took it quite a bit of ways.
Yeah,
Maryknoll, that was probably a nervous 3 seconds, 4 seconds watching that ball sail out.
And we were wondering because we cannot see that corner. Another 1-2 pitch. That one just misses, evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lau Kong, lead off first. Swing and a miss. Ball was caught by Kekaoha. Back-to-back strikeouts for Alan Yap. No runs, 1 hit. 1 runner left for Iolani. And after 1, no score here in the opening game of the ILH tournament. One of the opening games, I should say. Also going on now up the road at Mid-Pacific. The Owls are hosting the Punahou Buff and Blue. And over at Corp Field number 1, second-seeded Kamehameha is playing 7th-seeded Pac-5. Top-seeded St. Louis won't play until tomorrow. That game will be at 10 a.m. at Alawai Field. They will play the winner of MPI Punahou. That is the 4th seed versus the 5th seed. So they will advance to play the top seed. The winner here, Iolani or Maryknoll, will play the winner of Kamehameha Pac-5 tomorrow. That game has been set for 1:30 p.m. at Alawai. Make your way out there. Check that one out. Last 2 Raider games have been at Alawai Field. You and I have both been there, Wes. That field's looking good.
Yeah.
Historically, I think it's looking as good as it's looked.
Well, especially considering they play adult soccer there every week. So especially in the outfield, you got grown adult men and women. I think I want to say Monday night is men's and Tuesday is co-ed, or something like that. But you got 22 soccer players running up and down.
This one is grounded up the middle. Chong Ki gloves it. Throw over. The first is in time. Nice play by Traden Chong Ki. Ranging all the way to behind the bag to retire Swarton.
Like we mentioned, that the home field advantage, Iolani infield, at least early on, seems much more comfortable here. They practice here every day, or had been before the fair. But they look like they're very comfortable on this infield.
This is Jacob Remley. He is headed to San Jose State. Kind of part of that big 1-2 punch on the mound for the Spartans, along with Yap. He's in the hole. 0-2. Takes that one high. That Raider infield you mentioned, from 3rd to 1st, Lau Kong, Oniate at short, Chong Ki and Dawson. In the outfield, this has kind of been the standard alignment. Nalu Kane in left, Judah Ota in center, and Ko Ide in right. Koyonomine behind the plate. Cole tried to frame that one up a little bit. It missed, runs the count full. Bar set. That was grounded into right field for a base hit. Remley going the other way.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting there. 3-2 count, so he was protecting the plate. Adjusted his swing, went with the pitch. Nice ground single to right.
That brings up Nico Lowe, the Maryknoll center fielder. Batting from the left side. With one out. Takes that one outside. Maryknoll, one of the more vocal dugouts in the league. You can probably hear them in our ambient microphone.
Yeah, you know, they were quiet in the first inning, but this inning for sure, starting with the last batter. The noise definitely picked up. All the players clinging to that fence, standing up.
1-0 pitch, waved at, throw down to second base is in time to get Remley. Good job by Cole Ide. One of those games last week at Alawai, he threw out 2 runners, one at second, one at third. So now 2 out and 1-1 after Lowe had to kind of wave at that one.
Hey, we talk about lineups. Low, like you mentioned, is a center fielder. It's rare to see a center fielder hitting sixth. Usually, it's the fastest guy on the team, and you want him either at leadoff or batting second.
You know what's rare? For the Iolani Raiders, the catcher leading off.
Yes,
so I was
that
talking
is
to a
extremely
former
rare.
catcher, Coach Carter Wawechi, about Craig Biggio and some of the ones in the past that you've seen that.
But you know, that position has changed through the years.
Yeah, you're
Remember, in the old days, he was usually the big husky guy that lumbers down the line. But over the years, they've wanted more athletic catchers.
3-2 pitch. Knocked down to short. Oniate is there. Strong throw across to end the inning. There was a hit, but Remley was cut down at second base. So Kaysen Abara has faced the minimum 6 pitchers through his 2 innings of work. Well, there's Carter. You can see him probably in our camera. People. Wow, what a crowd favorite. I don't know. We have our headsets on. We don't know what Carter did, but
I think it
he's
was
entertaining.
just the fact that he's
Just that he's here.
walking in
Okay.
front of the crowd. I think, you know, like you said, he's a very familiar face on this campus when he's not doing sports things and he's helping with auto line at lower school. And I mean,
Kindergarten
the
classroom.
guy's everywhere. Yeah.
Not just a familiar face, a familiar voice. You hear him on Iolani Live.
Exactly.
You'll hear him on ESPN 1420, CBS Radio 1500. It'll be Aho Kovi, Chong Ki, and Oniate for the Raiders. Here in the bottom of the second. No score. Thanks for joining us on Iolani Live. Yap's first pitch to Isaac Aho Kovi, senior designated hitter. In the dirt. Swing and a miss. Isaac's got like a couple like highlighter colors out there with him with the bat and the sleeve. Nice strike by Alan Yap, the left fielder. He's got the traditional baseball pants just below the knees. Kobe pops that one back toward the Sullivan courtyard. Look out.
I noticed Yap looked like he shook off the first couple signs from his catcher. Came in with the fastball. Not that he doesn't, I'm sure he has confidence in his breaking ball, but he really wanted to throw that fastball, it seems. And there it is again.
Yeah, this time just misses. High and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kovi.
And maybe that's why
Yeah.
that was a beautiful sequence. He set him up with a couple of fastballs and then came with a breaking ball right over the plate for strike 3.
Nice pitch by Yap for the strikeout. Trade-in Chongki squares the bunt, offers at it. For me, Maryknoll has the best uniforms in the league.
Is
No,
that because it
I like
reminds
this.
you of USC?
They don't, but I don't know, I like the light color, the pinstripes.
Yeah, for sure.
It's unique. One pitch to Chunky. Swung on and missed.
Another nice breaking ball. It's not quite cardinal gold, but
Hey, it's the
similar enough.
Spartans.
Yeah.
Spartans and the Trojans,
Yeah.
arch enemies. So, yep, misses the high part of the zone. And now misses low.
Nice breaking ball, though. Again, trying to set them up with the fastball, coming back with the breaking ball, trying to get them to swing at strike 3.
Chunky second on the Raiders in batting coming in, average 427. 3-2 pitch to him. Just protects the plate, fouls that one back. Does it make the stands? Yes, it does. You heard that.
And you called it right. He was protecting the plate. Not quite the pitch he was looking for, but close enough to a strike. He didn't want to not swing at it and was able to get a piece and lives to see another pitch.
Traded 14 runs batted in this season.
Wow.
That one, he swings and misses. Strikes out. That is the 4th strikeout in a row by Alan Yap. And now Makana Oniate comes to the plate for Iolani. He's hitting .404. He leads the Raider team in runs batted in. I was asking some people before the game, Wes. I didn't do it to you, but who leads the team in runs batted in? And it's not who you think it is. It is Makana Oniate, 16
Wow.
on the season.
You're right. I would not have guessed that.
Fastball. Reach back for a little more.
Not that Makana is not capable, but just there's so many other,
Yeah.
like you said, big bats in the lineup that you would guess as being the RBI leader.
That one got a piece. What it does say is that those big bats are getting on base for the players in the middle and in the lower half of the lineup. Makana also leads the team in stolen bases. Yep, trying to end the inning here. Not let Makana get on. The appeal, I don't think that was a swing. It's not.
But you can see early on why Coach Rich Hill was very high on Yap. Tall lefty, got a good fastball, great breaking ball, great slider.
And
there he goes again.
Strike 3, 5 strikeouts in a row for Alan Yap. And after 2 innings, no score. Here in the ILH tournament, it is a double elimination tournament. So not an elimination game. There will be an elimination game tomorrow, pairing 2 of the 3 losers in those games that are being played today at 3:30. The highest seed of those 3 losers of him today will not play in that game, and the other 2 will as we progress in the double elimination.
It took a lot of work just to get those seedings.
Yeah, that's a great point. So the regular season, as we call it, the first round ended in a 4-way tie St. Louis, Kamehameha Kapalama, Iolani, and Mid-Pacific, all 4-10 on the season. Punahou 6-8. Maryknoll, these Maryknoll Spartans 5-9, and Pac-5 1-13. Teams also played Damien. Damien in Division 2 did well, 4-10 on the year. Good job by the Monarchs. Chiodini, the designated hitter, offers at that first pitch. Big swing there. 0-2. Two number 22s going at it here.
You mentioned Damien being Division 2, but competing in the ILH. And last year, who can forget what they did, really messing up the standings.
Yeah. Chiodini hits that one out to left. Nalu Kane settles under it.
You know, I remember I was at the game the day before. I think it was a Friday, and St. Louis had just beaten, I think it was Kamehameha. And, you know, to be honest, St. Louis was acting as if it was a done deal. That victory clinched the ILH, and they were kind of in a celebratory mode. And Damien, of course, the very next day, I think it was, had some other ideas.
Yeah.
And the kid pitches the game of his life, and all of a sudden, St. Louis is not the ILH champion in the regular season.
Halehoy bounces one to short. Oniate, strong throw to first. 2 down. And that brings up Kikaoha, the catcher, hitting 9th. Kaui Kikaoha. How's that one? Toward the Weinberg building. One ball and 1 strike to the Spartan catcher. In there for a strike. Barrow's pitch is lined into right. Ide chasing it down off the wall. Big turn. But Keiko Oha holds up with a single. Second hit of the afternoon for Maryknoll. Remley got a single in the second, but was cut down trying to steal second base. Now the courtesy runner in for the catcher is Chase Hokama. Now the leadoff hitter, Fujino, at the plate for Maryknoll. Looking for a 2-out hit to get something started. Nice pitch by Ibarra. One. It's nubbed into short right field. Nice play by Traden Chong-Ki for the 3rd out. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left for the Spartans. We'll go to the home half of the 3rd inning.
That was a tricky little flare.
Yeah.
Chongqing had to go quite a ways to get that. Again, a little bit of wind blowing out there to right field.
Couple nice plays by Chongqing defensively already in this game. Had that other one when he ranged far to his right. To glove a ground ball behind the bag at second. Got himself positioned to make good strong throw to first. So now it'll be up to Nalu Kane. See if he can break the 5 strikeout streak that Alan Yap has on the Raiders. Try to get on base and get something started here for Iolani. Fastball just misses. That one is high. So we talked about the 4-way tie, 10-4. So they broke it with a mini tournament last week.
This week, actually, yeah.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
this
Okay.
Monday and
Yeah,
Tuesday,
you're right.
but
You're right.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Wes. The low strike there makes it 2-1.
But you know, that's one thing about the ILH in all sports is they don't flip coins. They don't go through a six level tiebreaker system. They settle it on the field, which is kind of a good thing. You know.
Yeah, it's great.
You hate to see a season or tournament championship come down to a coin flip, right?
2-2 pitch to Kane. That one bounces in.
I remember back in the early 90s, Kalaheo football coach at the time, the late, great Dave Kozier, that's what he would tell his team is, you know, the coin flip didn't lift weights over the summer. The coin flip didn't run sprints. Why are you going to let the coin decide your fate? You know?
Yeah, that's right.
Decide your fate on the field.
Those ties need to be broken because they do not affect the first round standings and the seedings, but they affect state berths because the first round champion and second place and third place needs to be determined. Kane draws a walk, so he does break that string of Ks and gets on base. Good job by Nalu.
Yep, didn't miss by much. That was a go-to pitch, the slider, 2-strike slider, but that time he just missed it low and outside.
So Kane, that was his 27th at bat of the season, but his 7th walk. Throw down, close play at first. Nalu just back. He's got 3 stolen bases on the year. Has not been caught. Yep, throws over. At the plate is Oni Dawson, the sophomore first baseman. Oh, yeah. I mean, did you see that one, Wes? He came to the plate and then looked at first. Like, he's got some tools, man. Called strike.
That almost looked like a pitch out on the previous pitch, and on this last pitch, well, Barty, the third baseman, came crashing in, so they're smelling Bud for sure.
Kane with the lead, 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Alan Yap. That is his 6th. That'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Cole Yonomine. Grounded to third, first time up. Yep, steps off. That one is hit the shortstop cleanly, over to second, and then to first. 6, 4, 3, double play. Ends the inning. And now after 3, we have no score here between the Spartans and the Raiders. So that mini tournament this week, earlier this week, Iolani lost to Kamehameha and then beat Mid-Pacific for 3rd place. And then St. Louis beat Kamehameha after beating Punahou. And then St. Louis defeated Kamehameha. Excuse me. St. Louis defeated Mid-Pacific and then defeated Kamehameha to become the top seed and the first round champion in the ILH. And with that comes one of those 3 state berths straight away. And with the top seed in this tournament, you don't need to play one of these 3 opening round games that are happening this afternoon.
Which is huge because you think, well, it's only 1 game, but 1 game means 2 or 3 pitchers usually.
Oh, God.
So that's huge down the line. It's a grueling tournament. You need a lot of arms. So if you can save 1 day of rest for those arms,
Yeah, back-to-back games.
humongous.
Alika Balberdi looks at that one in the dirt. Ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Ibarra. 0-2 pitch, 2-0 pitch misses low. Now a Balberdi way out in front. 3 balls, no strikes. Takes that one. 4-pitch walk. Issue to the Spartan 3rd baseman.
Ibarra had done a good job in the first few innings, getting ahead in the count, staying around the plate.
Coach Kurt Miharis coming out, talk to the home plate ump. Home plate umpire not particularly pleased with the Iolani dugout. Now Alan Yap at the plate.
Well, one thing about the way this field is set up, Kurt could not use the Aaron Boone alibi.
Did you see that? That was amazing.
He can't claim it was coming from the stands because there are no stands behind the Iolani dugout.
Yeah. A 1 pitch. Throw over instead. Chasing Balberdi back. That one's grounded down with foul. That'll make it 0-2. Ibarra facing his opposite number, the Spartan pitcher, Alan Yap, who has 6 strikeouts in 3 innings.
Wow.
And Ibarra strikes Yap out. Great job by Kaysen, coming back after that 4-pitch walk, striking out the number 3 hitter, third spot hitter for the Spartans. Now facing Swartman. This is high for a ball. Luke Swartman, the Maryknoll first baseman, fouled one right above us, Wes, into the soft netting.
I just noticed there's a big puka in this fence right here. I was not aware of it until just now. But
That's for the photographers.
oh, okay. So we are 99% protected. But there's a little...
You a little less than me because it's right in front of you.
yeah, a little 8-inch by 10-inch gap here now.
Ibarra misses high. Count goes 2-1. Balberti taking his lead at first. That one's grounded straight back. That one right back to in the neighborhood of Kaysen's father, Flo, who's filming up by the fence. 2-2 pitch. Close one, just missed inside.
We've been talking about family relations, the Yonomines, Oniates. Have we confirmed the relation with the Swartman
have
who's
not.
batting right now?
He's got some Swartman height. The Iolani Spartans.
Our friend Hoku Swartzman played some baseball early on. At least in the
Volleyball.
intermediate levels.
Throw over, close. Wow. That could have gone either way. Safe call. Well, Barry inching away. Swartman fouls that one. Over above the Raider dugout. Interesting technique over there at first with Oni Dawson. He's holding him on, but not at the bag. Kind of in front. He can catch the ball and make the tag somewhat behind him. This one is grounded to short. Nice short hop by Oniate. Wow. Charged it. Gloved it right after that short hop. The Raiders almost got a double play out of it.
Yeah, that was a tough play for Arniani. Like you said, he had to charge it. A couple reasons. You don't want to let the ball play you, especially on that quick, tricky hop. But he also wanted to get the runner in second, which he did. And again, his momentum was coming forward. He had to flip the ball under his left arm in order to get it to second base quickly and ahead of the runner, and he managed to do it smoothly.
Did some nice defensive plays out here in the field. I have to mention again, after the fair. This one's lined right at Oniate, and that gets past him. Misplayed in the outfield. And after all said and done, the Spartans have runners at second and third with 2 out. How do you score that, Wes, as you fill out your
definitely
book?
a single, and I would have to give the error to Kane.
Allowing
because
the runners to advance.
correct. I don't know if he gets to second base without that misplay. sharply hit. Again, tricky bounce for Oniate. Tried to take a swipe at it, but it was well hit. Got to the outfield real quick. Like we said, who knows? There might have been some tricky bounces in the outfield as well.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Nico Lowe digging in on the left side. Pair of runners in scoring position. Important pitch there by Ibarra. It's the called strike on the outer half. Swartman at third, Remley at second. That one is sent to left field. Kane comes forward and makes the catch to end the inning. The Spartans leave 2 on. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Still deadlock. No score.
Yeah, Kane making up for that misplay. That was a tricky left-handed batter. Kind of a line drive, but it's going to tail away towards the left field line, and he played it well. Had to come in quite a bit to make that catch, playing at normal depth with 2 outs.
You recall the catch he made earlier this week at Alawai, kind of over the head, going back and left.
Yeah, they got those
amazing
light poles that are in play.
Yeah. And dangerous to the human beings.
There's no padding around those
No.
light poles, so it definitely can be tricky and way in the back of your mind on any fly ball hit that deep.
Start things off for the Raiders here in the home half of the 4th. It'll be Kai Mana Laokong, the junior. Committed to the University of Hawaii to play baseball. Also an outstanding basketball player here at Iolani School. Looks at that pitch outside. This past basketball season, he led the Raiders in scoring, 13.4 points per game. Looks at a called strike there.
You mentioned his commitment to UH. He made that commitment as a freshman, I believe.
Yeah, he did. Did.
Before playing his first high school game. But of course, he was well known in the baseball community, having been on that Little League World Series championship team.
Yeah, absolutely.
The whole nation got to see his size and talent.
1-2 pitch just misses. Wind is picking up. Is that because Kevin Wada has joined us? Is that Mother Nature welcoming you?
Hello, welcome.
Hello, Wind. Hello, Kevin Wada.
It was really great listening to you guys in the. I was doing some work in the office, and it was sounded really professional. Just to let you know.
Thank you. Now we're getting into the 3-person booth realm. Mana sends that one deep into foul territory along the right field line.
And wind definitely helped that one.
Want to add your expertise to our webcast, Kevin?
I don't know about expertise, but I'll give it a shot. It's a great at bat.
Kong draws the walk. Get a runner on here, get something started. This is Alan Yap, who, Kevin, you've been following along. 6 strikeouts, 5 in a row at one point. He had it going.
Very impressive. Yeah, he commanded the strike zone. Looks like he was moving the ball in and out. And we just weren't hitting him. Hopefully, the one thing that's good is that I believe his pitch count might be hopefully a little up there in the 4th inning. Is that 52?
52 pitches, 33 for strikes. Now Judah Ota squaring around the bunt, throw over to first. Chase Lau Kong back. The ball Barry crashing in from third. Now Kikaoa is telling him to back up.
He's showing a lot of courage.
Yeah.
Fearless charging the plate on that one.
Yap set to the plate. At the low part of the zone there.
Well, Kevin, you're a softball parent as well.
I was.
And so you're used to seeing the third baseman showing courage,
That's
Bunt.
a nice bunt.
In the air, fielded by Yap. Over to Swartman. Judah Ota does the job. Getting Lau Kong over to second base.
So, Kevin, John and I had talked about this a couple of weeks ago. From our era, I know the
40 years ago.
Yeah,
we're talking
the same era, though.
Iolani baseball in the early, mid 80s, late 80s. This was pretty much automatic as far as the short game, moving runners up with the bunt. We haven't seen as much of that in the program recently, but having been a parent with a player in this program, what is the philosophy as far as manufacturing runs?
Yeah.
And
Coach Kurt, to my understanding, really likes to put the bat in the. Is it cutting out?
He did a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
And really likes to entrust the players to give it a good swing, good at bats. Works. Sometimes it doesn't.
well, you look at the lineups we've had. We've had great hitters over the years, so hard to blame them. You got guys like Shane Sasaki. You definitely don't want to take the bat out of his hands.
We're having some trouble with Kevin's headset. 1-1 pitch to Ide, hits him in the back. So it'll be 2 on for Ahokovi. Let's try that. You with us, Kevin?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know if I'm in the technicians union, but that might have worked for a while.
Can't believe we had technical difficulties
Wow,
as soon as I
shocking.
come in. Right.
No, and that was a good point you brought up, Kevin, about trusting the players. And I know one thing, because people might forget or not know, that Kurt was a JV coach for I think 5 years prior to becoming the varsity head coach. And one thing, about his reputation was he was more of a player's coach, or he was really good. He had a good relationship with his players, and so I'm sure that factors into it as well.
Absolutely. The one thing Coach Kurt really, from a parent's perspective, is he really cares about the boys, and he wants them to have a good experience here at Iolani. He constantly says that we are blessed to be here.
First pitch to Ahokovi.
And I think we've seen it where the players, appreciate and respond to that trust. We saw it in the Kamehameha game last month or a few weeks ago when, we score on a wild pitch.
Oh, the wheel play goes awry for the Spartans, and both runners will move up. Saw the shortstop cutting in front of the runner at second base, Lau Kong, and then the second baseman came over, but the throw was toward the right field side.
The throw went behind the second baseman on the glove hand side.
So now Lau Kong at third. This one is lifted skyward.
That's trouble. Trouble.
Bounces in short center. Laocong trots home to break the scoreless tie.
You know, John,
RBI.
the infield was in on that. So the pop fly was literally in between the back end of where the shortstop normally plays and center field. So I guess we got a little lucky on that.
Yeah, it looked like there was not much communication, if any, on that either.
Not the typical Isaac Ahokovi base hit, but it drives in his 12th run batted in on the season. A very important one.
I think he'll take that.
Oh, he will. It all evens out.
Yeah, the center
We've seen him
fielder-
hit some shots that were caught. That one falls into short center.
Center fielder Lowe looked like he started to charge in, and then he slowed up, thinking
The shortstop.
the shortstop Fugino was going to get it, but Fugino thought otherwise. Or
Cold strike to Chung Ki. He's in the hole 0-2. Edie at second. Ahokovi at first. Raiders lead at 1-0. Just one out here. 0-2 pitch to Chung Ki. Stays alive, gets a piece. Laughing at my scoreboard, Kevin. Doing my best.
You know, talk about old school.
Yeah. Keeping score.
Haven't seen a book like this in a very long time. You know, with the advent of Game Changer.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
all these new tools.
Wes's scorebook is much neater than mine, I must say. Chung Ki struck out in the second. 0-2 pitch to him is sent back toward the Sullivan Center for Innovation and Leadership.
so, Kevin, we talked earlier about you being a baseball and softball parent. Tanner Fugino, the Maryknoll shortstop, his sister Emma, I believe, plays infield for Kalani High School, which is playing in the OIA, playoffs right now.
That, yes.
At the same time, last I checked, they have a 1-0 lead on Wanaloa in the 5th inning. But as a parent, and you got one kid at one game and another kid at another game, how do you resolve that issue? We talked about coin flips earlier.
Right.
Do you flip a coin, or how do you figure this out?
Well, when my daughter was a senior, I believe my son was a freshman. So it kind of led towards the senior games a lot
That
more.
makes sense, yeah.
Unfortunately, though, her senior games were, she graduated in 2020, so, you know, that was COVID. But I will say her junior year, we actually won the state championship. So it was definitely a good year. I believe Brandon's team won the intermediate championship back then, too. So it was a fun year for the Wada family, for sure.
But, you know, I'm sure it's tough, even though you do the senior thing and whatnot. You want to be at both places,
Absolutely.
right? I mean,
0-2 pitch from Yap.
I guess that's where things like live stream and TV help.
Absolutely.
Where, you know, you can watch
Oh,
one
yeah.
game live and watch the other one later.
Well, you know, the live stream really came up after COVID. Well, you know, I'm not sure pre-COVID, but for sure after COVID, there was a lot of streaming based on we couldn't go to games, right?
Yep.
And it's cool. You've shown us Riley's home runs and on your phone. And
It's
different
very
things.
few.
Yeah.
If you're watching, Riley, I'm sorry.
It is now raining here a little bit. 1-2 pitch to Kana Oniate, and he swings and misses to end the inning. The Raiders leave a pair on as Alan Yap comes up with his 8th strikeout of the game. He is having a day, but the Raiders did come up with 1 run to break the tie at the end of 4. Barra and Yap all the way for the 2 teams.
I guess a bigger conflict would be like the Capello sisters, where okay, they're playing the same sport, same, the same league, but against each other.
You got to create jerseys
So,
or
yeah.
shirts.
You gotta
at
wear
the games.
the Puno hat and the Iolani jacket, or vice versa.
They had the half-half.
You know, I believe they did have
outfit.
the half and half
Yeah, they
outfit,
did.
if I
They did.
recall. Yeah. Yeah, I believe Josh is on the coaching staff now at Punahou.
Yep.
Shout out to the Capello family.
Yeah, big win yesterday.
We look at the other 2 games going on. Punahou at Mid-Pacific. The Owls lead it in the 3rd inning 2-1. And over at Corp, it is Kamehameha 3, Pac-5 1 in the 4th. Thanks to our friends at Scoring Live for keeping us up to date, not only just now, but all year round. This pitch is knocked into left field by Keanini, the Maryknoll designated hitter. He gets things started. So let's see if the Maryknoll Spartans can respond. The winner of this game, whoever it might be, will play the winner of Kamehameha Pac-5. The Warriors, the defending state champions. And ranked number 1 by Scoring Live and the Star Advertiser, I believe. Good fastball by Ibarra.
As expected, Maryknoll using a pinch runner for Keanini. Weka Longboy now at first base.
Oh,
Throw
my.
over. Another close play. Save.
You know, watching the video of there was that close play at first, the inning before.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was really close.
Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Kahalehoe gets a little piece of that one. The Maryknoll right fielder. Grounded out to short. His first time up in the 3rd.
That was interesting. That looked like a slider on the inner half. Kind of got him on the hands.
Another 0-2 pitch here. That one goes all the way to the backstop. Run around second. Yonamine picks up the ball right in front of us. So now runner in scoring position, nobody out. One ball and 2 strikes to Kahalehoe. Got a balk called. Long boy. Well, no. Called time.
Timeout. Yeah.
Okay. Is that why I heard the Raider dugout gate open? I was going to say, wait a second. They got it squared away. The 1-2 pitch. Oh, Yonamine diving to make that catch. Good job by Cole. Long boy stepping away from the bag over at second. Wakana Oniate kind of shadowing him there. Retreats back to the shortstop position. Pitch inside. Runs the count full. Big pitch here. Outside for ball 4. That'll bring up Kiko Oha, the Maryknoll catcher.
So going back to Kevin, that play at first base, yeah, it was very close. For those who are wondering, the base umpire, Dane Takanishi, veteran high school umpire here, probably at least over 20 years. He's known as one of the better umpires in the business. And it's Takanishi, not related to the Iolani Takanishi.
I think he got it right.
Yeah.
Let me just voice my opinion.
He was leaning. I'll give him that. The Iolani pickoff play was definitely the right call on that. And looks like that runner at first was leaning towards second. So,
you know what was a call? We didn't talk about it at the time, but the foul ball that Yap hit down the third base line, because I think when Mana fielded it, it was in fair territory.
I think he said it was foul off the
right
at the plate.
But you know, Mana ended up mishandling that ball. That could have been a big play if Yap ended up being safe at first. He ended up striking out to end the inning, but it's a game of inches, like they say.
It is. Ibarra starts Kikaoha off with a strike. Runners at first and second. That one's outside. Spartan dugout's getting revved up. Swing and a miss. Good fastball. Kaysen.
he seems to be back in rhythm from the last batter. Once he threw that wild pitch, it kind of looked like he lost some rhythm there.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Kick out Oha. Lofts that one to right. Goes into that area of the field that we can't see. Lands foul.
We've seen quite a few batted balls go in that area today.
Yeah. Another 1-2 pitch. One is high. Boy, that Yonamine, he's diving to his right. He's leaping to his left. He's
we talked
being
about
the backstop.
The modern catcher needs to be agile with good feet, quickness.
Sprung out on those Air Jordan shoes. You might not be able to see it on the cam, but beautiful Air Jordan shoes. Got air there. Pitch misses, makes it 2-2. The drizzle is gone. The sun is coming back out. Three-2 pitch. That one is stroked into the gap and left center field all the way to the wall. 1 run in. Throw to the plate. 2 runs in. And Keikaoha with a loud double to the left center field gap puts the Spartans out in front, 2-1. Still nobody out, and Keikaoha standing at second base. Raiders will make a pitching change. Second mound visit of the inning. This time it is head coach Kurt Miyahara out there. And the ball will be handed to Cade Nakama. Take over for Kason Barra. Did well in his 4 innings of work. Struck out 2, walked 2, allowed 2 earned runs, 5 hits.
You know
71 pitches and 43 for strikes for Ibarra.
You know, Wes, going back to that conversation you brought up, first and second, no one out. The traditionalists would tell us, put that down.
Especially a number 9 hitter.
And number 9 hitter.
Yep.
And this is a great example of things can happen.
Yeah, and I think, you know, like you said, Ibarra had shown a little inconsistency with his location. I think the count was 2-2, I'm not sure, but you know, it's tough to bunt when you don't know where he threw a couple wide, you know. So with that count, I guess he's going to come in, and Keikaoha did a great job sitting on that fastball and just unwound on it. Hit it square in the perfect spot too, that big left center alley. Lots of green grass out there.
You know, I thought the Raiders did actually a great job of keeping him at second. Right off the bat, I thought, man, for sure that might go to 3.
Yep.
Yeah, Kane got to that one quickly. Tanner Fujino, who leads Maryknoll in hits this season. Now at the plate, looks at strike 1. Keikaoha at second base. Nakama's 0-1 pitch, waved at and missed. Cade Nakama, just a freshman. Played during the JV season. Just missed low there.
But, you know, we've heard coaches say this, especially at the college level, but even at the high school level, where, yeah, they start the season as freshmen, but at this point in the season,
Yeah.
you're not considered a freshman. You've got almost a full year of varsity under your belt. You're going to be treated like a varsity player.
Fujino pops that one to center. Coming in is Ota, makes the catch. Runner holds at second.
And Nakama has pitched in some big games already.
Yeah.
It's not the first time Coach Miyahara has shown confidence in him in a big game.
Well, Birdie, Maryknoll third baseman, checks in, hitting from the left side. Kama places one in there nicely for strike 1.
And so far, he looks like he's got command of his off speed and his fastball.
Looks at second, comes to the plate. That one is high.
Of course, just when I say
like we said, for a freshman, he's got a lot of confidence, not afraid to challenge hitters.
1-1 pitch. Tried to bend that one in, just missed. 2-1 Maryknoll, still batting here in the 5th, 1 out. Swung on and missed. Nice pitch by Nakama.
Yeah, he went right at him.
Two pitch to Balberdi. Has to kind of move away from that one inside, near his feet. Runs the count full. Keiko Oha taking the lead at second. Shadowed by Oniate. 3-2 pitch, swung on and fouled at the plate. Koyonamine kind of tapping his chest. Feels like he should have caught that one.
Went right in his glove and just popped out.
Three-two pitch again. This one fouled. Over toward the student center.
Nakama, not afraid to challenge the batter. Especially after watching Keiko crush that ball to left center. You could see how a 9th grader might be a little tentative and want to paint the corners and be a little shy. But he's going right after these guys.
Third 3-2 pitch. Swung on, sent out to left. That'll fall in front of Kane. Runner will stop at third. Throw over the cutoff man. Maryknoll will have runners at the corners. Good job there by Aliko Balberdi, serving it into left. Still just 1 out. And Alan Yap coming to the plate.
Kind of interested if they're gonna put runner in motion here. Is this the third number 3 hitter?
Yep.
Yep. Struck out both times against Ibarra. First at bat against Nakama. Swing and a miss. Big cut.
We talked about managerial styles and manufacturing runs. The Maryknoll head coach Alakai Aglepe played 4 years under a guy named Eric Karaoka. He learned how to manufacture runs over there at Punahou.
Ball in the dirt, blocked nicely by Koyonamine, and then Kate Nakama charging home, cover there.
That was amazing.
Yap came in hitting .333. That one is inside. Keiko at third, Balberdi at first. That one's fouled back. Yonamine over to take a look. 2-2 pitch to Yap.
Nice pitch.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Called strike 3. Just, you could see it from our vantage point, how it kind of just bent right into the top part of the strike zone. Yep, has struck out 3 times today. Now Swartman with 2 down and runners at the corners. Nakama tried to hit that outside corner. Missed for a ball. No pitch in the dirt. Yonamine got to it, tried to take it to the plate himself, not in time. 3-1 Spartans.
He did a good job of getting a piece of it.
Almost scampered to get it and get back to the plate. Valverde advances to second. That one's knocked into right field by Swartman. Ide is up with it. His throw is not in time. And the Spartans now lead it 4-1. RBI single for Luke Swartman.
Nice piece of hitting. Going Oppo.
You know, pitches are not bad. It's down in the zone, and they're just finding holes.
Four runs across for the Spartans here in the top of the 5th. Looking for more. They got Swartman at first, Jacob Remley at the plate.
Yeah, good point, Kevin, about you know, those pitches. They're not terrible pitches, but credit Maryknoll batters for not trying to overswing. They're going with the pitch, just making solid contact. Showing good discipline.
1-1 pitch. Remley swings through that one. Swartman at first. One-two pitch. Called strike 3 to end the inning, but the Spartans come up with 4 to take the lead over the Raiders, who are coming up to bat in the bottom of the 5th. Here in the ILH tournament, the second round here. It's a double elimination tournament. So not quite a do or die situation in the game or in this inning, but the Raiders got to get something going here.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed it on Tuesday, John, but it was the reverse. I think Iolani was leading 4-0 at one point, and then 4-1, and then mid-pack, I think we had a pass ball, or and then Mana had a throwing error from third. When they came in for that inning, I think it was 4-2 at that point. Kurt called the whole team right by the fence, not just the players who came off the field, but everybody in the dugout. He said, get out here. and he had a very stern team meeting telling them, hey,
Yeah.
we cannot relax. You know,
Yeah.
we got the lead, but we need to keep the energy up. Otherwise, mid-pack is going to grab that momentum and ride with it. So
Coach Kurt is pulling the strings here. Chase Thompson is going to bat for Kane, and in the on-deck circle, we see CJ Tyra preparing. Thompson, a freshman, swings at the first pitch, knocks. Oh, I was about to say knocked it into center field, but the Maryknoll shortstop had other plans. Fujino, wow. Put a star on that one. Diving catch for the first out. Now CJ Tyra comes to the plate, the sophomore. Wow. Don't call it before it happens, John. CJ gets a piece of that one. Some nice defensive plays in this game. And that one is in there for a called strike. 2. Yeah, staring in. Shook off 3 pitches there. What does he want to throw? Fastball, grounded to second. Throw over. Caliboso to Swartman for the second out.
Looks like the mist is coming back.
Yeah, the Mo'ili mist. Cousin of the Manoa mist. Ko Yonamine, Raider leadoff hitter, looks at strike 1.
Yeah, Yap seems to be in a really good rhythm right now.
Oh, yes.
I'm sure those extra runs helped. You know, pitching with a lead, he gives you some extra confidence.
Yonamine rounds that one to short. Swartman has to jump to make the catch. Steps on the bag to end the inning. Raiders go down 1-2-3. And it is Maryknoll 4, Iolani 1 after 5.
Is this a new pitcher, John?
We got Jaden Anzai, another freshman, who has the ball in his light blue glove, and he is on the mound. Be the third pitcher for the Raiders here.
Another freshman.
Yep. Played during the JV season. As a shortstop. We've seen him there at the varsity level. We've seen him in left field. We've seen him on the mound, where he has done well. Anzai pitched 2 innings earlier this season. 3 strikeouts. Raider football fans might remember Jaden Anzai at the tail end of the season after he came up from the intermediate football season. There's no JV football here at Iolani. And he was electrifying.
Yeah, we're going back about 15, 16 years, but I remember Iolani had a couple freshmen. One was Jared Arakawa.
Okay.
The other one was Sheldon Lee, and from the very beginning of the season, Coach Iolani at the time was the head coach and was not afraid to use those guys in big situations. And he proved that his hunches were correct because those two guys ended up having great careers, and Jared went on to have a great career at UH.
Also a football player, obviously.
And
quarterback.
Basketball.
Yeah.
That's right.
But it's interesting to see kids, you know, from their freshman year and already on the big stage.
Nico Lowe at the plate for the Spartans. And Anzai has his ability to create some velocity out of his 5'6" frame. That pitch is rocketed into center field by Lowe. Leads things off with a sharp single. His first hit of the afternoon. Designated hitter Chianini checks in. Looks at a strike in the lower half. Chase Thompson, who led off the previous inning, is in left for the Raiders. Maybe a little more than a mist now. Coming down.
I'd like to thank Diarita for giving me a jacket. Thank you, Auntie D.
Chianini follows that one back. One-two pitch. That one also fouled back into the screen.
Yeah, we are without cover here, which is not too bad. It's still better than Central Oahu Park,
Yeah.
which is where I broke out this parka type jacket for the first time this season. Man, you go over there, it's not just rain, but it's wind, cold wind. It reminds me a lot of the old Candlestick Park.
Oh,
going to
jeez.
Giants
Oh,
games.
jeez.
Wow.
I think now you're dating yourself.
Yeah.
That place was bad. 2-2 pitch. Chianini pops that one out toward Chase Thompson in left field. Freshman makes the catch for out number one. Talk about committing to the University of Hawaii as a freshman, as Manalao Kong did. I believe Chase Thompson did as an 8th grader. Saw Coach Rich Hill out there at Alawai earlier this week.
Yep.
He's looking at a lot of future UH athletes. And that kind of mini tournament, mini tiebreaker tournament. Saw him at the Iolani Kamehameha game.
Hey, Wes, I know you've been doing this for a long time. Let me ask you, have you ever seen or remember a four-way tie at the end of the ILH season?
I have not a four-way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And then you might have heard us mentioning the good thing is, you know, with ILH they play it off.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so it's nice to get it settled on the field rather than a coin flip or going through a complicated tiebreaker scenario.
Catch made in short right by Traden Chong Ki for the second out.
Yeah, I think baseball this year is going to be wide open in terms of who's going to get through and who's going to come out.
And you know, I think going into the season, St. Louis had a coaching change. Benny Agbayani taking over for Coach Gus. but you knew they had a lot of talent coming back. Kamehameha, defending state champion, Iolani had a lot of guys back. I think the surprise had to be Mid-Pacific,
Absolutely.
especially with what happened, unfortunate incident right before on the eve of the season. They lost 12 players from their roster, including some starters, a bunch of pitchers. For them to be tied for first at the end of the regular season,
It's truly amazing.
it's a credit to Coach Dunmore Amaru and his program.
Another pitch in the dirt. Koyunamini scrambles to get it, but Lowe advances to second base. So runner in scoring position, 2 out for Kekawoha. Last time up, he hit that rocket into the gap, to the wall. Fastball for a strike. Brings the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Can hear the wind blowing in our microphones. There you go. Hello, wind. That one's fouled behind us. Look out, folks.
You know, Anzai's ball is really live.
Yeah.
The batters are sort of late on his fastball.
Yeah, that last pitch, Kekawoha did a good job
Yeah,
spoiling
just
it at
to
the
touch
last
it,
minute.
absolutely.
It wasn't the pitch he wanted, but he didn't want to give up strike 3, so good job getting the bat out there just in time.
Jaden Anzai staring in. Steps off the rubber. Ready now, and the 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3 as he loses his hat. Picks it up, comes off the field.
What a breaking ball.
Yeah, great pitch.
Just a freshman, folks. Jaden Anzai. So we go to the middle of the 6th inning. Maryknoll Spartans leading at 4-1. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Tamanaha, being joined by Wes Nakama and Kevin Wada. It is possible, guys. Win or lose, it doesn't really depend on that. It just depends on a lot of different things. But it's possible that this is the last game to be played on this Iolani baseball field in this current configuration, as the Arriaga Student Center is on the way. Construction on that, demolition of the Student Center is expected to happen right after graduation. Graduation is June 1st this year. And so the Student Center, our beloved Student Center, where Kevin Wada spends a lot of time in, and Wes, you and I as students and as alums have spent time in there, is going away and is going to be replaced by a massive Arriaga Student Center, 4 stories tall, classrooms. Coach Dino Namine will have one of his 6th grade classrooms in there, one of 12 classrooms. There's lots of stuff going in there. State-of-the-art kitchen.
Looking forward to that one.
But we will miss this baseball field in its current configuration, and the tree over there down the left field line. One of the great natural grass diamonds in the state of Hawaii. Manalau Kong at the plate. Looks at that one. Ball 2.
You know, John, they were saying that the view from the Arriaga Student Center watching the game should be pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Hey, maybe a press box for us.
I think we'd avoid the elements a little bit on that.
Maybe a little something on this side over near the. But yeah, that is going to be exciting. It's not going to be immediate, but Manalau Kong fouls that one off.
maybe Coach Yonamine would be willing to allow his classroom to be used as a luxury box during games.
Yeah.
With
Well, those classrooms are over there.
food and drink. And
I guess I could take care of the food part.
Maryknoll Kong hammers it. One bounce off the fence in the deepest part of the ballpark. And he is headed to third base, and he will pull up with a stand-up triple to right center field. That was a shot. Mana tossed his bat toward the Raider dugout in an attempt to get things started here.
The wind definitely helped that one.
Yes.
Headed towards the kayaks.
You're a member of the baseball program coaching staff. Kevin Water, you guys ever scoped that deep corner up there? How far that is?
In intermediate, we don't really touch that area unless we're walking to the batting cages, honestly, to tell you the truth.
Back in the day when Wes and I were students here, there were signs.
Yeah.
310 down the line and right.
Yep.
It's kind of changed a little bit. I understand the people with scopes say it's quite a bit shorter than 310. Here's Judah Ota batting from the left side. Swings at the first pitch, hits it that direction. It is out of here, under the scoreboard, but over the fence for a 2-run home run. Judah Ota, the sophomore center fielder, gets 2 back for the Raiders. And as he heads into the dugout, lots of high fives and energy for the Raiders. Well, Kong with that triple and that toss of the bat toward the dugout did indeed get things started.
Definitely the Gulf Stream helped that one for sure.
yeah, we've been waiting for Judah Ota to unleash on one like that for a while, and we couldn't have picked a better time when we needed it.
For Judah, that is his 3rd home run of the season. RBIs 16 and 17.
And like you mentioned at the top of the show, John, you know, that lineup change. Normally, he would have been the leadoff batter,
Leadoff
but
batter,
because he's batting third, and Lau Kong was able to lead off with a triple, it's a 2-run home run. And all of a sudden, right back in it.
After a mound visit, Alan Yap is still out there. Starts Cole Ide off with a ball in the dirt. Cole Ide, he can take aim at that
For
scoreboard as well.
Absolutely.
And he sends it out to center field instead, into the glove of Nico Lowe for out number 1.
But, you know, you can tell, I don't know if it's fatigue or pitch count or what have you, but they're starting to make better contact.
They are.
Yep.
The ball is coming up a little bit in the zone.
Yap comes in with a called strike on his 84th pitch of the afternoon. 57 of them for strikes. That one just misses. 1-1 pitch to Aho Covey. He has to pull back on that pitch inside. And that one misses as well.
I think that's
Covey
some great
draws a walk.
takes.
Yeah.
Great takes.
In his previous at-bat, he had an RBI single. This time draws a walk. Try and keep this Raider rally alive with 1 down.
Yeah, going back to Yep, he had I believe seven strikeouts in the first 4 innings, none in the last 2 innings. The last 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 batters.
For Ahokovi, that was his 10th walk of the season and 39 at-bats. Swing and a miss for Chonky.
Looks like Maryknoll's got Jacob Remley up in the pen.
San Jose State commit. Another swing and miss.
We talk about the strength of this ILH season. I mean, this is a Maryknoll team that went 5-9, and we got a D1 guy on the mound, another one in the bullpen.
Pitch misses outside.
But you know, when I was looking at their season so far, yeah, they had 9 losses, but I think they had a run of 9 straight games where they had, the opposing team had 6 runs or less. So, you know, they were in a lot of those ball games. I think we lost to St. Louis 3-0. I believe they beat Mid-Pacific. So
1-2 pitch.
definitely don't be fooled by that 5-9 record. This is a good ball team, as we've seen today.
And that goes the same for Pac-5 as well.
Yes.
Throw over. Chases the pinch runner. Isaiah Weeks back. One-two pitch to Chunky is grounded foul. Where he fouled that one off is going to be completely different when baseball returns to this field, which will not be next year. Raiders will be playing elsewhere. Swung on and missed. Chonky goes down with the second out. Raiders turn to Makana Oniate.
So refresh my memory, because you guys are on campus every day. I remember during COVID, they laid cement, right? on part
Yes,
of the
they
field.
did.
They did.
Oniate, ground ball to the shortstop. Doesn't come up with it cleanly, but makes the throw to first, and Swartman digs it out to end the inning. But the Raiders do come up with a pair on the 2-run home run by Judah Ota after the triple by Manalau Kong. And cut the Spartan lead to 1 run as we go to the 7th inning. Woo, baseball, boys. This is fun.
ILH baseball is a fun game, let me tell you.
And you guys just mentioned Pac-5. Pac-5, the lone win in the season. They went 1-13 was over Iolani. And Iolani by the kind of the tiebreakers and head-to-head was the #1 seed in that mini tournament that was just played. So when you look at it top to bottom, yeah, makes the case. Colton Amai Nakagawa pitched a gem of a game here on this field against Iolani. And that, in essence, maybe, you could say, made the 4-way tie.
That
We go to the 7th inning here. Maryknoll 3 coming to bat. Maryknoll 4, Iolani 3.
Well, Kevin, you coach at the intermediate level. Pac-5, even at the intermediate level, I heard is very competitive.
very good team.
Yeah.
Very good team.
Jaden Anzai still on the mound for the Raiders. he is out in front of Fujino, 0-2. Tyler 0 for 3 in this afternoon. Gets the bat on the ball here. That is in the gap. Ota up with it. Fujino's heading to third. And he is in there with a triple. Last half inning, Manalao Kong led off with a triple. Fujino does it here into the left center field gap.
That was some good piece of hitting. Fastball on the upper area around his chest, and he just stuck with it.
Raider infield comes in. Valverde at the plate, looks at strike one.
I'm not the official scorer, but I'm wondering if that could be scored as a double and error. It looked like Oda dropped the ball after picking it up.
Valverde sends it to left. Kane has it.
Thompson.
Fujino.
Thompson.
Oh, excuse me, yeah. Chase Thompson. Fujino at third. Started, then stopped.
Yeah, that was a little too line drivey and
Yeah.
shallow for him to score. He's got speed, but
So one down.
Thompson was able to come
And
in
now
with the
the-
running start.
Intentional pass given to Alan Yap.
That's something you don't see often as well. Where a guy struck out 3 times and then
Yeah.
give him a intentional walk. That's obviously a sign
Some
of respect.
absolutely.
Trayton Ikeda coming in to run for Yap.
Looks like Iolani is playing for the double play up the middle. McCunna and Trayton Chonky are playing double play depth. First and third are in.
This is Swartman at the plate. Looks at strike one. Jaden Unzai checks the runner at first.
Oh,
That one is knocked into left. Fujino will score to make it 5-3. Swartman, back-to-back singles for Luke. He drives in a run. Now Jacob Remley will come to the plate. And they check with the umpire. Making some changes here. Remley, who we might see on the mound in the bottom half of this inning. Batting from the right side. First pitch is fouled back to the screen. Keita at second, Swartman at first. 1 out. Spartans have already added 1 insurance run. They are looking for more. That pitch is grounded past the diving Chong Ki. Runner coming to the plate. Throw is cut off. Ikeda scores to make it 6-3. Remley with an RBI single.
What a good piece of hitting by Remley. The ball was actually on the inner half of the plate, and he just stayed inside on it and punched it right where no one was there. Chonky was playing closer to second. Good piece of hitting.
Ikeda, who was running for Yap, who got the intentional base on balls, comes around to score. Swartman is at second, Remley at first. Nico Lowe will bat after this mound visit by Iolani coach Kurt Miyahira. I should mention, because when we do these webcasts, not the everyday baseball fan, but we play 7 innings in high school baseball, not the 9. Unless the Raiders can tie this up in the bottom half. Nico Lowe hitting from the left side. Manzai misses high and outside. Nico single to center, last time up in the 6th. This time he pops it up in the air. Koyo Namine makes the catch near the plate for out number 2. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Keanini, Aiden Keanini. 1 for 3 in this game. It's a big cut at the first pitch. Fouls another one back.
You know, John, something happened on the last play. It just entered my mind. I wonder if umpires are actually trained. So there was a foul ball straight up. And Cole, as the catcher, and the home plate umpire kind of bumped kind of twice. So I'm just curious what the protocol is.
Wow.
Called strike 3 to end the inning. Continue, Kevin.
You know, from an umpire's perspective, do you drop? You know, do you take a step back? Do you stay? Do you move right or left? Just some.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know the answer, but
It's the great thing about baseball. There's always things to see, new things to think about. For the Raiders, it's how do we get 3 runs here in the bottom of the 7th, or 4 to end it, or keep this going.
Looks like Yap is back on the mound.
No, so Kevin, that's a very good point, because we take it for granted that all of these umpires are former players, but you know that pop fly that goes straight up, it's not easy.
No.
And so he's not sure where the ball's going to end up. Like you said, does he back up? Does he go left? Does he go right? Does he stay where he is? And you're right. They did bump into each other. And fortunately, it didn't come into play, and Cole made the catch. But, you know, that could have been a big play if you dropped that ball.
If you dropped it, yeah, for sure.
Chase Thompson batting for the 2nd time in this game. He is out in left field. Yap still on the mound and still throwing hard.
You know, Thompson hit the ball, the line shot to short that Fujino stabbed. So he had only one at bat, but it was a good swing and a good contact. fact, just as I said
Yeah.
that, Fujino shifted a couple steps to his left, where Thompson had hit the line shot last time. Doesn't want to have to make another diving stab if he has to.
I wonder if people saw on in our screen, but that dive by Remley in foul territory. That run, a dive, hustle. Good job by Jacob trying to track that one down. Another one fouled off to the left side, but this one no one's going to get. That hits the PV on top of the student center.
Yeah, it only has to last another month.
Another one fouled off. Thompson just got a piece there. Keisa Namazaki is in the on-deck circle, tracks down that ball for the umpire. This one is grounded to second. Hesitation and throw is in time. Cali Boso kind of was loading up there. His throw to Tokumoto, who is, no, excuse me, Swartman. Tokumoto was running for Swartman, but Luca back in the game.
The second baseman was playing perfectly on that hit. He was on the grass behind the infield, moved to his left. Nice play.
You have to make a strong throw too, because Thompson was getting down that line. Like you said, he was deep, almost in short right field.
Keisin Amazaki at the plate here, looks at ball one. He's done quite a bit of pitching this year. Yap is doing quite a bit of pitching today. He's over 100 pitches. This is 102 here. That one's in for a strike. Two one. It's low. Taken for a strike. Three-two pitch. Called strike three. Two down. Yonamine, the leadoff hitter today for the Raiders. It is up to him to keep this game alive for Iolani. Takes a ball. Now a strike. 1-1 pitch. In there for strike two. Raiders now down to their last strike. Ball is low. Any way to get on here for Yonamine. Manalau Kong is on deck right in front of us. After him, Judah Ota, who hit a home run his last time up. That one is outside. 3-2.
All right, Yap is at 110 pitches. If I'm not mistaken, he needs to finish Mr. Yonamine here.
That one is popped skyward. Kick out. Oha makes the catch on a knee. Throws the ball skyward. And the Maryknoll Spartans have defeated Iolani 6-3 here in the opening game of the ILH tournament. It is a double elimination tournament. So both teams will play another day. But it is the Spartans who will move on in the winner's bracket. They will play the winner of Kamehameha Pack 5. And Iolani will also play a game tomorrow. That also depends upon the seeding. Well, guys, the story, Alan Yap, all the way, well over 100 pitches. And the Spartans are in the winner's bracket, and the Spartans have Jacob Remley. He didn't need to go to the mound. No one else needed to go to the mound. It was just Yap. So Maryknoll, the 6th seed in this tournament, is in as good a position as they could have been when they arrived here on the Iolani campus this afternoon.
You know, very dangerous. Any team in this ILH tournament can surprise anyone for sure.
And so Kamehameha will be that team that plays Maryknoll tomorrow at Alawai at 1:30 p.m. The Warriors defeated Pac 5 4-1. And because Kamehameha, because let's look at the other game here. It's Mid-Pacific defeated Punahou 5-1. So Iolani will not have to play tomorrow because Iolani will be the highest seeded team, the 3rd seed in the tournament that lost today. So it'll be Mid-Pacific playing Pac 5. The number 4 seed, and Punahou, the number, because Mid-Pacific won. Punahou, the number 5 seed, will play Pac 5, the number 7 seed.
You know, going back to Yap, shame on me. I don't know if you could hear me from the mound, but I just when I was questioning whether he was losing some velocity, maybe his tank was getting empty. Oh, man, he came
found
back.
a gas station somewhere, man, let me tell you.
He came back really strong in the last 2 innings, set down 5 batters in a row, struck out 2 more guys. I think he finished with 9, was it? But
10 strikeouts.
Wow. Yeah, what a performance. And, you know, I don't know if Rich Hill was they have a game right now in San Diego, but if he does watch this, he's got to have a big smile on his face, because that's what you want to see, you know, from your pitchers. If they can get through those rough patches and dig down deep and come back, you know, rather than, like we said, running out of gas. That's the perfect way to put it, Kevin. He found that heli gas station. Somehow drew up on those reserves in the tank, and man, he finished really strong.
You know, definitely credit to him. And like John said earlier, you know, they didn't have to waste anybody else. So, you know, Remley's probably on, I'm guessing, tomorrow, and watch out, right? You know?
Versus Kamehameha. 6 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Maryknoll Spartans. 3 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for the Iolani Raiders. Alan Yap went all 7 innings, scattered 4 hits, gave up 2 earned runs, walked 3, struck out 10, 112 pitches, 74 of them for strikes. For the Raiders, the highlight was the triple by Manalao Kong to lead off an inning, and then he got driven home by the 2-run home run to right field by Judo Ota for 2 of the Raiders' 3 runs. Well, guys, that was fun. That was Fun to sit here and watch a little baseball, talk a little baseball. We typically do that, but no one is listening. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and listening. And
Yeah, I wanted to.
any
if
final
I could,
thoughts,
Yeah,
Wes?
well, I did want to give a shout out. We've been talking about the fair all game long.
Yeah.
And, to Kevin, his staff.
Yeah.
Thank
you.
People behind the scenes that we don't see on that Friday and Saturday, but it didn't just start on that Friday at noon or 10:30. I know it started many, many weeks prior to that. All the prep that goes into it. So another fabulous family fair, and thanks Kevin and his staff for another great job, great year.
Thank you very much. It was it came in and went, and here we go again.
And thanks to another Kevin Lopes and Kale Burgo for getting the field back in working order so that Iolani Raiders could host the game here, and it was fun. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Wes.
Thank
I'm
you.
John Tamanaha, reminding you that it was the Maryknoll Spartans winning this one 6-3 over the Iolani Raiders. Catch you later. Aloha.
Ele nunca corre, entendeu? Ele foi